Hello. Hello. Hi, friends. Hello, everybody. Hello there. I'm so YouTube obsessed. It's not even funny. Alright, so before I deleted all my videos, I had a bunch of videos, obviously, and I thought I would go through and redo a bunch of the videos that I had done before. Starting off with today with my coming out story. When I was younger, I was one of those gay boys that played with Barbies all the time. I always loved going over to my cousin's house and playing with her Sailor Moon dolls and her Spice Girls Barbies, and it was kind of obvious, let's just say that. Growing up, I mean, if you can hear my voice now, before I hit puberty, I was even more high-pitched than I am now. So, I mean, if you didn't know, and if you couldn't, guess or assume, then you were kind of mental. I don't know. When I was growing up in elementary school, I was picked on, not all the time, not every day, but quite a bit. And it was less, are you gay in elementary school, and more like, are you a girl? You sound like a girl. Are you a girl? Are you a girl? Is that a boy or a girl? Boy or a girl? Boy? Girl? And I was just like, you know what? You're the retard, because if you can't see, you know? And then in high school, that's where it started becoming, are you gay? You're gay, blah, blah, blah. And I would always say no. My first reaction was no. Why? Why do you want to know? Besides the fact that everybody could assume, I decided that one night I was going to tell my mom. So I was 16 years old, and I was going to bed, and I was like, Mom, can you come downstairs? There's something I want to tell you. And it was a big, drawn-out procedure, like most of these stories are. And finally, I was just like, I'm gay. And she was like, okay, well. She was like, don't limit yourself. There are many girls out there who would want to date you and who think that you're very attractive and whatever else. And she's like, just don't, limit yourself. Don't, put a name on it, kind of thing. So I was like, okay, cool. And again, because I was so out there, and because my family allowed me to be myself and play with what I wanted to play and do what I wanted to do, they kind of grew up with me. And I think that's a thing that a lot of people who have to tell people, who have to come out, they're more masculine, and they didn't play with Barbies, and they didn't like Sailor Moon, and they didn't like all these other things. So it's more of a shock to their family when they find out. My family had to grow up with it, and so everybody was used to it, and they kind of just expected it, pretty much. Basically, I was really lucky and fortunate to have, open-minded parents and family to let me do and be who I wanted to be and grow as who I am. So thank you, everyone, for that. You hear stories all the time about people getting kicked out and just not accepting it, and it's sad. It really is. I think it also has a lot to do with the way that the person comes out and presents themselves. Because, I mean, if you're going to sit there and be like, this is the way I am, you have to deal with it, la 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 la, then it's obviously people are going to have defense. They're gonna put their backs up and they're gonna, fight back. It's not easy for the child or for the person going through it, but it's not easy for the parents either, because unless you've had other people in your family that were gay or going through a similar situation, it's different for everyone. And you kind of have to go through it together. And I mean, I've opened up so much to my family. When I was first going through it, I felt so, not alone, well, kind of alone. Just that I felt like nobody really wanted to hear my relationship stuff and stories and stuff like that. And then when I had my first actual relationship, and I brought him around my family and stuff like that, everybody was so accepting of it. And it just, like I said, we all had to grow together. And it's not easy. It's not just going to be overnight like that. Okay, you're gay, we accept it. Wow, this is getting deep. Anyways, the point I'm trying to say is we all know it's not easy for the person coming out. But also think of the other side and think of how difficult it is for them too. Not even difficult, just it's just unknown. It's just nobody knows what to do, nobody knows what to say, kind of like you just have to take it day by day and kind of go with it. And I know it's not a big deal, and it's just gonna, like, once you get a boyfriend or once you get a girlfriend, then you can kind of deal with that, and it's not just gonna be a flash and then everything's fine and people know and everything's accepted and stuff like that. So if you are out there and you are kind of going through this, my advice to you would be you need to do it when you feel it's right. You can't be forced to do it. You can't set yourself a limit or a time. I mean, certain things you can, but it all has to do with when you feel it's right. And tell the people that who you think you should tell, because only you know, right? My pet peeve is that it has nothing to do with anyone but me or but the person. It has nothing to do with you. Like, you're asking, why are you asking? Do you find me attractive? Do you want to date me? Is it going to alter your life in some sort of magical, mysterious way? No, it's my life. It's what I have to deal with. What is it to you? Nothing. So why do you care? That's what pisses me off. And that's what upsets me, because some people are so opinionated and it has nothing to do with you. Who the fuck cares? You know? Like, it just blows my mind. Like, unless it's in your family or whatever and it has something to do with you in your everyday life, then who the fuck cares, buddy? Move on. Hit the high road. See you later. I remember my friends would always stick up for me. They would be like, go fuck yourself or whatever, to people making fun of me. I always had a good group of friends around me, to have my back kind of thing. And eventually it got to the point where people would ask me, and in the back of my head I was like, if you have to ask, you'll never know. So then I just started saying that. I was like, well, if you have to ask me, you'll never know. And they were like, well, what do you mean by that? And I'm like, exactly what I just said. If you have to ask, if you can't just assume or, move on, you'll never know. I'm never going to tell you. Who cares? Like, again, why do you care? And yeah, so that was that. To this day, it's still not hard, but not awkward, kind of awkward, I guess, to speak openly about, like, I mean, around the people I'm around every day, my friends and family and stuff like that, no. But, like, say I'm meeting somebody for the first time and, like, I'm introducing my boyfriend or something, then it's, like, kind of like, this is my boyfriend. Hi, hey. So, I mean, I'm still not 100% okay. Like, I'm okay, but I'm still not 100% comfortable. Just because you never know whose opinion's gonna be what. And I mean, I had an incident with a girl at work. Scratch that. I had an incident with one of my friends, and she added me to Facebook, and she found out that I was gay. And she is really religious, I guess, and she wrote me on Facebook this big long story about, you're the sweetest person I've ever met, I love you, you're funny, la-da-da. She's like, I just don't agree with your lifestyle choice. And it kind of hit me hard, because this girl was really sweet, and she was like one of the nicest people I've ever met, and every day she would be like, hi, how are you, she always just lifted me up, right? And just to see these words, to hear her say that, like, she doesn't agree with my lifestyle and whatever, it was just like, at first I just wanted to be like, you know what, fuck you, like, who are you? And then I got to thinking, like, again, their family has never been through this. It's all unknown to them, and because she's religious, it's looked down upon and all this stuff, and it's not her fault. And yes, she's an amazing person, and she's happy all the time, and she's sweet, and, everything. This one little thing, it wasn't that she was saying that she can't be my friend anymore because I'm gay. It was just that she loves me and everything, but she can't. She felt guilty. She wanted to tell me that, like, she doesn't agree with the lifestyle. And for a second, I was like, you know what? Why would you even tell me at all? Like, why would you open your mouth at all? Then I was thinking, like, she probably felt guilty about it, and she probably just wanted to put her 2 cents in, and just in case it ever came up one day, kind of thing. And then I was like, you know what? You have to accept people for who they are, too, and for what they believe in. And I believe equality. I believe in everything. I'm not saying that she doesn't. I'm just saying that, like, if she, I mean, I'm sure there are certain things, like if she wanted to go marry a horse or something, then I'd be like, that's a little weird. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's because of the way she was brought up. And I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying that at all. Like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just saying that, like, it's hard. It's hard to just accept people and change your views and all that. It's a learning process for everyone, and you have to kind of take it day by day. And I mean, this didn't affect our friendship. Like, I feel like it wasn't really awkward between us, and she said that if I needed anybody to talk to, she was always there. And it was just, it hit me hard, but then I got over it, and it was just, again, a learning, like a stepping stone, a learning situation. Like, every day is learning, right? Every day is something new. Every day fills out a page of your book, or whatever metaphor you want to use. As much as you want to be accepted, you have to accept other people for what they believe in. Agree to disagree, I guess, and don't judge other people for how they judge you, even though, you know, as long as they're not being rude to you. I mean, if they're being rude to you, then be rude right back, because people get what they deserve, right? Wow, I'm just rambling. Ramble. What else did I want to say? To this day, I still have families with their kids come in to work, and they'll be whispering, like, is that a boy or is that a girl? And you know what? It's really uncomfortable, because I just want to stand up for myself and be like, I'm a guy, obviously. But at the same time, I don't want to, I want to kind of ignore it and pretend that I didn't hear. It gets better out of high school, you know, when people mature and you're not surrounded by belittle-minded people. It gets better, but I don't think, as of yet, it'll ever be 100% accepted. And that's something that I hope for, you know, people in the future, that it's just as accepted as being straight. And you know what? You don't have to come out. You know, I saw this video of this girl who, she was doing a coming out video. So she was like crying, and she was like, there's something I need to tell you guys, and I don't want you guys to think any different of me, and like real tears. And it was just, I was just, you know, it was like 10 minutes or something, and she was just going on and on and on. Finally, she got to the end of the video, and she was like, okay, I'm just gonna say it. Like, there's nothing else I can do. I'm just gonna put it out there. And she's like, I'm straight. And it gives me goosebumps thinking about it, because it's just like, wow. Because if somebody were to actually make a video like that and actually say something like that, it's just so redundant. It's so stupid. But the fact that gay people actually have to go through that and actually have to do it, it just makes you think, how stupid is that? You know? And again, who cares? Anyways, I guess that's where I kind of want to leave it right now. I've mumbled a lot. This video is going to be really long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it kind of opens your eyes a little bit, and if you are going through this process and you're trying to come out, I hope it, you know, helps you and, you know, motivates you. And again, don't do anything you don't want to do until you're ready. Don't feel forced. Do it when you are ready. If you have any more questions about me being gay and me coming out and my childhood and growing up gay and having a supportive family and stuff like that, you can leave questions in the comments below. Maybe I'll do like a follow-up video kind of thing. I hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my face, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!